Well, we start with some breaking news now. Police have confirmed that they've arrested 2 more suspects in the case of Constable Rachel Kutumela in Polokwane, Limpopo. She's accused of being part of a syndicate that orchestrated 9 murders for insurance payouts amounting to 10 million rand. Northwest businessman Suliman Carrim returns to the Madlanga Commission this morning to face cross-examination. Carrim's links to attempted murder accused Vusimuzi and Matlala and businessman Morgan Maumela were at the centre of his testimony and cross-examination yesterday. And our Sakina Kamwendo and Kani Mapanga are in Pretoria for the latest developments. Let's hand it over to them. Sakina?
Thanks so much, Leanne. Welcome back to the Bridget Mabanda Justice College, joined by Kani Mapanga. Now, Kani, interesting day after quite a bit of resistance on the part of Suliman Carrim to appear and give his testimony here before the Madlanga Commission, albeit through legal means. He finally took to the stand yesterday. His testimony was led quite swiftly, and, we learned about how he actually got into business with Matlala and Morgan Maumela.
Indeed, and from the testimony yesterday, I think we are getting an idea as to why he was so resistant to appear before the commission, because I think the information that comes out of the commission is that they're not only testing the alleged proximity to Vusimuzi and Matlala and what that means for the greater question of an alleged infiltration in the criminal justice system, but they're going beyond now and expanding to possible alleged tender fraud syndicates that are operating within South Africa that become relevant because it seems that this SABC contract to the tune of 350 million rands or 60 million rands, apologies, was part of this alleged ring or network or dark sinister network, if you could put it, of alleged proceeds of crimes that are where they use tenders in order to funnel these different funds into their alleged network. So what Taskerson has been able to do through his cross-examination was bring in questions surrounding Morgan Maumela, who is that businessman or alleged tender kingpin, if you could put it that way. And you saw in the beginning that at the outset, Carrim's lawyers objected to questions pertaining to this, stating that it goes beyond the scope of the Madlanga Commission, but it's quite relevant in terms of the SABC contract that Vusimuzi and Matlala got and how that money moved from there. So you're seeing from the beginning, we see the contract was cancelled quite quickly, but at least from the beginning, what happened is that 1.5 million was paid to Carrim's company, and he then paid a third to Morgan Maumela's Lutaga Trading Enterprises. And he can't explain why he did that beyond he was instructed to do that. And that's not by Matlala, and that is not a sufficient response when you have to give or rationalize the conduct in relation to the very serious allegations you're facing. Because in the absence of giving any tangible explanation as to why you made a payment or you allowed yourself to be used as a channel to make a payment, the only conclusion the commission can reach is that you're now in the realm of alleged money laundering and tender fraud, which is where we're getting to now. And I'm sure several more details are going to be revealed in that regard.
Indeed, Kani, and of course we'll canvass that later on when we return after 8. But of course that link now being drawn between Matlala and Morgan Maumela, along with the Tembisa Hospital tender that saw the whistleblower Babita Deokaran murdered. And we heard Suliman Carrim testify here yesterday that he was aware of that through media reports. But of course, more on that as we continue to get analysis. And of course, we'll be back unpacking more of this after 8 with Kani. But with that, it's back to you, Leanne.